Hi and welcome back. Thank you everyone so much for then those who are new subscribers, those are old ones, everyone who watched my video, both my videos. Yeah, it was hard making both videos in all honesty, and so really appreciate the warm welcome, the love, and the support with everyone. Thank you. Especially, thank you for the shout outs from Jules, Small Town Stitches, and Christine, Every Stitch of Pleasure. Truly thank you. So a small life update. I actually saw my boys last weekend. They're doing really good. They're 6 months old now. It's hard to imagine. But no, they're doing really good. They're thriving in their own ways. So, yeah. It was good. It was hard. It was hard, of course, but it was good. It's good to see them. And then the only other thing is, I am now a pod user for insulin, which is awesome. I change pod every 2 days, and so I have 1 needle instead of 12 every 2 days, so that's really awesome. And that life has been pretty good. Apparently right now is the best time for me. My goodness, sorry. I'm taking a nap. The best time for me to come back to Flosstube. I've bought a lot. Like a lot. So I'm going to show you what is in my possession. Because that'll cut down like half and it's still ridiculous. So that's cool. So we're going to kind of go out of order like than I normally do. But that's because then you'll see why I have what I have. So one of the things I ended up buying was from Quirks and Stitches. I bought the 24 hours of cross stitch planner. Because I like planners a lot. Yeah, I do. So I went ahead and made a stitching planner for the year. Make everything count. Every day count. I can't read, apparently, backwards and hollow. But I was super excited and thrilled. I'm doing also the discount system, Happy Planner. Super love it. Oh my gosh. I'm just like thrilled. So on top of her pages, which I'm going to try not to show you, out of respect, because we're cool like that. The other thing I have is I ended up getting so this is for school teachers actually. So it's like a attendance sheet basically. So I ended up listing all of my projects, the days, and then what days I've been working on. I need to update this. I've worked a few more days than that. So that's really cool. Love it. I adore this whole system. Seriously, Jen, this is amazing. I love it. So with that being the case, I'm going to go ahead and go through this and start with my whips and go from there because there's a lot. Yeah, okay. So, let me pull up my notes because if I don't, I won't remember everything and I'll regret it. That's cool. All right. So, first things first, I've been working on my Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Once Upon a Time. And that last night, I actually finished June. So I'm officially halfway there. So for the last two, right there, I've actually been editing down a little bit. I'm a bit more minimalistic than the Frosted Pumpkins tend to be. And so I've been editing it down just like I removed some sparkle and like a moon in June. So I mean just little bits here and there, nothing big deal. So for the January, for 24 hours of cross stitch, so my January, acrostic. I ended up using it for 5 different projects, or 5 different. I do the 120 stitches. When my pain level is higher, I can't stitch as much. And so I would rather be able to hit the minimum and go above. And so that's kind of what I've been doing. And so, so of the 11 prompts, I used that one for 5. But it fit them. So I was really happy with that. I'm happy for the amount of progress I'm getting lately. My goal is to be done with this one by the end of 2020. So, which shouldn't be hard. If I'm knocking out like a block in a week, even with my slow stitch count or stitching time. So that's good. That one I actually used for the prompt. I have it here. A, D, S, X, S. So that's those 5. So then next I've worked on okay. So this one's funny. You ready for funny? Nope, not that one. There it is. Like I said, sorry, I have a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to stay organized here. So remember how I showed you my lovely poinsettia place? It's not poinsettia place. I actually have poinsettia place. So it's one of the 4 I haven't done yet. The snow, which is the only thing I have done at the very bottom down here. It can go for any of the projects. So I have to figure out which one. I'll show you once I figure out which one it actually is. Because I'm a dork. I swear I need to be more organized. It's just weird. I'm very organized. So I have made no progress on my R2D2 sampler. It is off by a stitch, and I know where. So now I gotta figure out, because I'm halfway done at this point, what do I do? So I still have to figure that one out. And I am not planning on stitching on this month. Potentially could happen, but it's not in the plan as of yet. Then I have my Remember You Are Braver, which was gifted to me by the darling Small Town Stitches. I've already talked about you today. She'll be mentioned a lot. Yeah. So I haven't had any progress. I am going to be stitching on this at least 250 stitches later in the month. So I'm hoping to get a couple letters done. Once I get into it and start stitching, I'll be fine. It's just the fabric is stiff. And I need to figure out how to soften it. Instead of just like rubbing my hands all over it. That's great. And then, so those are my 4 whips that you knew about before. So, okay. Here's my finishes for the month-ish thing. Let's start with my caveat. So I'm down a whip. I literally threw it in the trash. My Storytime sampler is gone. I despised the fabric. I hated the floss I was doing the frames in. I was done. And, so, you know, it's gone. It is gone. I will start it eventually. I'm gonna wait, though, and finish my Once Upon a Time. I don't need 2 monthly sales going on right now from the pumpkins. Not that I don't love the pumpkins, and I adore everything they do. Oh my gosh, right now they have, they're donating to the fire relief out in Australia, and that's incredible. It really is. And so I might be purchasing later today to help support that. But right now, I don't need another large yearly sal. I have enough projects going on and about to start because I want everything I just bought to be started. So yes, that one's completely gone, like 100%. It was in the trash and out to the garbage. I did not want to sit there and pick it. It was not my favorite fabric anyways. I kind of felt like I was pressured into starting it before I was ready to start it. I was doing it with a different group last year, and I wasn't comfortable with it, so it's gone. Oh, then I did finish my Halloween Spooky Sampler by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and I adore this. This is my second time around doing it, and I love it. Honestly, I would stitch this a third time. Not for myself, but I love this so much. Oh my gosh. I do not know how I want to finish it yet. I got time yet. I need to at least, I try to like have things out for like a month and then put them away. Much longer than that, then I don't really notice them. Smells good. Sorry. So that is another finish to go in my finish box. Then, like 2 days later, I finished my second again. Because apparently I just like stitching the same thing over and over again. It's my thing, apparently. So there's my other Halloween tree by Daily Cross Stitch. And it was super quick. It was like a day and I was done. Just taking the time to like stitch. So I'm the same way when I read. When I read a book, if I finish it, I kind of go into like this mini like depression. I'm not ready to like move on from it yet, like this morning. Not M-O-R-N, M-O-U-R-N. So it's like it's a thing. So it takes a little while for me to get there. So here's another one I've had done. And I wasn't ready to show it yet. So I ended up buying this and a double elephant pattern from the Daily Cross Stitch. And it's two little elephants holding each other. And I stitched that for my boys and that went to them. Sorry. And so I stitched this one for myself. I eventually plan on stitching another one as well. So I have one for each. This one stays out all year. This one lives on my bed table. So I'm very, very happy and I'm glad I was able to do that for them. It was crazy. I finished it the day after they were born in my hospital bed as we're going down to meet the parents. Like, it was nuts. It was nuts. So my other finish, it is a finish. It's not quite cross stitch related. I went ahead and I saw this on, which group was it? Stitch Mania. So Hobby Lobby had these floss signs and it's for the bathroom and it has an O. And so I dug it off, as you can tell, because that's not hiding very well right now. And so then I put just a strand of floss, or a thing of floss on there. And so I made one for myself and one for Small Town Stitches. She already showed hers. So I was waiting for her to not only get it, but show it off. So that's really awesome. I was excited about that. So purchases. Like I said, there's a lot. Like a lot. I already told you about the 24-hour across stitch planner, which I love. Seriously, Jen, it's amazing. I love it. I am slowly going through and doing that. So along with that, in there, she had some floss cards. Not floss card, whip cards, I'm sorry. Whip cards. And I took that and I went ahead and made my own. And so now I have a little project book. This is Choose Happy. It's metallic, you can't really see it. But it was on clearance at Joann's and it was the right size. So a lot of my projects are gone. And they will never be back. But on top of that, I give a lot of my projects away. And so I wanted a tangible visual representation of it. And so I haven't done it yet, but I will be putting pictures of each of my finished projects on the back. So we'll take this one. This is my Once Upon a Time card. And so it has the name, designer, the stitch size, the fabric, notes, and then start and finish date. And then when I do get there, I will put a picture of it finished on the back. So I actually went through and I did every single one that I could find. And it's a lot. There's like 60 some in like the last 6 or 7 years. So I was super happy that I had the records, I had the pictures. So now I just had to go out, print the pictures, and then attach them for the ones that are finished. So I'm super happy with that. So thanks, Jen, for the initial one that I kind of riffed off of. Added a little more things and a bit more my style. So here's something. I feel like I'm rushing. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm just running in place speaking, and I'm sorry. So something about me you might not know. I am a massive Gravity Falls fan. I have literally watched the series 7 times in entirety. I've watched other random episodes, but I love the show. One of my exes ended up buying me this book, and I still have it. I'm not one who keeps things from my exes. I've kept this book because I love it so much. Like, oh my gosh. If you've ever seen the show, you'll understand about the journals. The journals are like the whole premise of the show. And so I love it. I love Gravity Falls. So a little room in the attic was having a sale on Etsy. So I bought a lot. And by a lot, I mean all of her Gravity Falls patterns. So, yeah. So I bought Bill Cipher wheel. And I don't know what fabric I want to do this one on yet, but I definitely want to do it in a round finish and like a hoop finish. Then I got the characters. Sorry, I'm trying to read. Oh, then I got the gnomes. They're adorable. I love the little puking gnome. It's awesome. It really is. Then I got the opening title. Mabel's sweater sampler. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. I love Mabel's sweaters. Oh, and then the Mystery Shack, which is where everything happens. Yeah. So I bought all of those, which I'm hoping to finish them all by next year. Then for Christmas, I got a cone of 310 from Joann's. I am loving this. Like, I want all the cones now. Like, I want a master crafter with just like a wall of cones of every single one. It'd be glorious. But I don't yet. Maybe. No. I have a full set. I don't need another one. Maybe. I'm not 30. Maybe. No. Maybe. Anyways. Then I went down to, and now I'm playing with the phone. I went down to Stitches and Things. I love them down there. They're so great. And so I bought a bit from them. Side note, Leanne. Yeah, girl. We are neighbors of each other a lot, and which is glorious. So, first things first is I got Liberty Lane by Country Cottage Needleworks. Yes. Never remember, because of course all three are connected, and so it's, yeah, I can never remember which is which. But, I'm going to be doing, is it Priscilla's? I think it's Priscilla's conversion, to go more vibrant colors. So I'm excited for that one. That will be really fun. I am a huge patriotic person. Patriotism versus nationalism, if that makes sense. And so, like, the 4th of July has always been spent with my dad's side of the family. My dad's mom's side of the family. And, so it was this big deal. It was always, like, a second Christmas, because it was the only time of the year we saw that side of the family. And, like, my great aunts and uncles, they would give us, like, gifts. It was, like, our Christmas. And so, it was, I love it. And this is the first 2 years we haven't been up there. Since I was born, last year, I couldn't travel. And this year, I gave birth to twins. So, like, 3 days before. So I wasn't going to travel then either. So I'm hoping for this year to be able to get up back to our family cabin. And visit the family and all of that. So I'm hopeful for that. But because of that, I love the 4th of July stitching. Oh my gosh, it just speaks to my heart so much. So I'm excited to do that. Then I got 3 of the Halloween mandalas by Ink Circles. I got Wings and Things, Ghostly Mandala, and Fire Burn and Cauldron Bubble. So I'm thinking of stitching these all on these stretched Aida. I think it's like a 9x9, I think, but they should fit. So I might just do that, which is an oatmeal Aida, which I love my oatmeal, I'm not gonna lie. And so I might do it on there, and then do colored floss, or even variegated, for each of the mandalas. So that would be fun. So we'll see about that. Then, okay, so I still have, alright, a lowdown of what's still coming. 2 series of patterns. 15 different fabrics. Okay. One of them, I did 2 separate clubs from Color and Cotton for the year. So, that's 12. Yeah. So, that helps. But, my fabric stash is super low right now. And so I need to build that one up in particular. So, there was a really great deal going on, and I'm a sucker. So, I got it. So, the last thing that I have in my possession, I'm waiting for a few others. And once they're here, I'll show them. I got Monster March by Glendon Place. And Stitches and Things and I are going to be doing a stitch along with this, I think in February. Is that what we said, Leanne? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. And so I actually bought, I went into Stitches and Things, and they didn't have the fabric I wanted. So I prefer to stitch on 16 count. I'm slowly progressing to 18, but like, I'm just getting back into it, and I'm not quite there yet, but 14, I'm not a fan of. So, I ended up ordering, I think it was Voodoo or Da Vinci. Whatever I ordered is actually the called for fabric, which is awesome, because I had no clue it was the called for fabric. So, yes. Oh, And I also bought a cross stitch pattern from the Stranded Stitch, and it is Go With The Flow. I'm stitching it for a local charity that I'm friends with, and it's a big event that to donate like pads and tampons and underwear and stuff like that to women in need, especially those who are homeless. And so it's a local group, and so we have this big event. And so I'm actually going to be stitching that up for them to use as a raffle. So I'm super excited. Yeah. So I think that's everything for now. I am going to try to do like every 2 weeks, but with the holidays are just insane and it wasn't going to happen. So, yes, thank you again if you've made it this far. Thank you for the love and support and care that everyone's given to me. It truly speaks volumes, so thank you. Well, I hope you have a great day.